Hello, my name's Kay from IndigoBlu and this is Mike.
Hi.
Who is one of our very special designers that we work closely with. And today we are going to show you some demonstrations of how to use our metallic paints.
Metallic in metallics.
Metallic in metallics.
Yeah, we like shine.
We do, and they are gorgeous, so give it a go. So I'm just going to demonstrate a couple of things that you can do with metallic paints, which are just absolutely beautiful. So what am I doing here? I am just putting some black gesso onto all of these things that I've stuck onto my box. So we've got bits of metal, we've got plaster, wood, all sorts here. And I always think that a black gesso base is the best base for a metallic colour to go over.
Why is that then?
I just think it reflects the light back at you and it makes it really, really sing. And I just think it looks so much better. I'm just going to dry brush this. So I'm just going to leave this to dry for a few moments whilst I do a bit of stenciling. So that's the Gesso Good Black Gesso.
Also available in white.
Also available in white.
And clear.
And clear.
Coming soon.
Yes, absolutely. So what have we got here? We've got a tag that I've actually sprayed with my Vivids. So it's got a little bit of a hint of colour in that. And then I'm just going to be using the Aladdin and also the Sleeping Beauty.
Again, these are very pigment rich, aren't they?
They are, yes. So they're really, really concentrated. Okay, so you can add a bit of water to these as well, because we don't put added water or fillers in them. And they are a true mixed media paint. The reason being is, you know, years ago when I was buying paints myself, I'd go into a store and I think, right, okay, so there's paints for painting watercolours, there's paints for oils, there's paints for different things like fabric or silk, and there are different sets of paint for everything. And I thought, crikey, that's just so much to buy. You can't buy everything. So when we came to manufacture our own paints, I went to the paint manufacturers and said, would it be possible to have a paint that will do all of the above, that will do silk, will do fabric, will do, you know, plaster and wood and everything? They went, well, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely they would. But why would you? Because, you know, you're not making as much money. But I said, well, that's not the point. So these will do so much more than just one thing. So I'm going to put the stencil tape on just to secure it.
Low tack stencil tape?
Yeah. So it's a proper stencil tape rather than masking tape, because then, let me just concentrate to put this bit on. Am I going to put a little border on? Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm going to put a little border on. Just hold it. Yeah, so proper stencil tape, because masking tape could lift the paper. There, that'll do. And I've got a bit left at the bottom here, because it's just over the 6 inches. Right, so I've got the lovely blue. Is that gorgeous blue? Look at that. That's Sleeping Beauty, that is. So just tap gently, because you don't want it going through. I tend to be a bit too heavy-handed, to be honest. I think, oh, keep going, keep going, keep going. But to be honest, I am pushing it underneath. I'm trying not to, honestly, I am.
Dab gently.
Just dab gently.
A light hand.
A light hand, unlike me. There. Aren't those colours just divine? Okay, so now we just lift that off and we go, ooh.
Ooh. Can't really see the shine yet though, can we?
Not just yet, but bear with. Just a moment while I just finish this off at the bottom there. Okay, so you'll see the shine more when it dries. So at the moment, you can only see a tiny bit, but when it dries, that's when you'll see that reflection come up.
So shall we take a quick break while that dries and the gesso dries on the box?
Yes, please. So I've just realised that I've put this over the top of some Vivids. And what happens with the Vivids is that when you wet them, they will take on the colour. They will reactivate. So I'm just going to go over lightly with a bit of gold finger.
Sparkly gold.
Sparkly gold.
So this will definitely appeal to the magpie within.
Yes.
Your inherent magpie tendencies.
How did you know? Now, is that going to be enough? Let's just have it. Oh,
yes.
That's so good.
There you go. If
That
you couldn't
looks
see the sparkle,
lovely.
you can now.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
There you go.
Now that, I'm really pleased I made that mistake, because look at that now. That looks fabulous. So
Happy bunny.
Happy bunny. So all I'm going to do with that is maybe a little bit of stamping, but I'm just going to put him on top, little tag. There you go.
Just gives that bit of reflection in the background, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's lovely. And if I was that way inclined, I might just pick out those yellow bits with the gold metallic as well. Anyway, meanwhile...
Back to the box.
Back to the box. Okay, so we were going to do some dry brushing, and I got a little bit carried away. So
it was the gold. It was the gold.
Yeah, I thought I'd actually just put a little bit of purple on as well, which is the Aladdin.
Ooh, purple and gold.
Yeah, purple and gold. So I'm just going to give
waft
a little bit here and there. And I'm just going to keep spinning it round.
One of my favourite techniques.
Oh.
Adding metallic to a mixed media canvas.
Yeah, you like a bit.
I like a bit of bling.
Bit of bling.
It's funny because I don't like shiny on like an art journal page or anything like that. If I've got a photograph that's got like a glossy photo I've added to it and it's got a shine, I've got to go over it with matte medium to dull it.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm really strange that way. Well, in a lot of ways, really, but
not completely strange.
Yeah, but when it comes to doing like a mixed media canvas, the more bling, the better. I mean, that was a canvas just over to Kay's right, which is the one with the butterfly, which I did.
Which I love this. Look at this. Let me just bring this in. Isn't that just glorious?
So as you can see, I went to town with the gold on that.
It's just absolutely stunning. Really stunning.
But again,
and I own it.
Yes, I did give this one to Kay. So that was predominantly just the gold. It was inks, acrylic inks underneath, and then it was the Goldfinger metallic paint.
Beautiful.
Literally the same gold paint you've just seen Kay using.
Beautiful. Stunning. So I'm putting a bit of a base of that purple on, which is called Aladdin. And I've just got a tiny, tiny touch of the blue, which is called Sleeping Beauty. And what I'm doing is I'm just going into the background areas. So
adding like a blue shadow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so just tiny amounts here and there. Just a hint of colour.
See, whenever I see a metallic project like this that's had the blue and the purple added to it, I just itch to add a little bit of green just to make it look like
verdigris.
Well, that, and also like that iridescent beautiful colour you get on some beetles and insects.
Oh yes. Should we do that? Do you want me to get the green out?
Oh, that would be rather lovely.
Okay, so we have a beautiful emerald city, but we also have it's a limey colour. We've got a lime sherbet as well. So what would you like me to do, or would you like me to mix them together?
I would say because of the colours that you're adding on, the emerald city, I think.
Yeah.
And then you could add some of the lime sherbet as a bit of a highlight.
Yeah. Okay. And that lime sherbet really goes well with the gold.
Yeah, it really does.
As well, yeah. Okay, so...
I mean, you can see that shine, can't you, already?
Yeah. And I'm now bringing a little bit of it to the forefront because you don't want just solid gold. So I'm now going to go with the Emerald City. Oh my goodness.
Just look at that.
Look at that colour. Fabulous. So again, I'm just taking the tiniest amount. I'm not cleaning my brush at all. And I'm just going, oh my gosh. Look at that.
Yeah.
Just look at that. It's
that real kind of iridescence just sort of comes forward, doesn't it?
It does. It really, really does. Oh my goodness, that is just gorgeous. And you're right about the beetle, scarab beetle type look to it. That's really stunning. And because it's so dry, sorry, I've just hit the camera there.
In your exuberance.
In my exuberance with the paintbrush.
And this is why we use short-handled brushes.
Yes.
Because we're always hitting the camera.
Yeah. Oh, completely lost my train of thought now. Just...
Scarab beetle.
Scarab beetle, yeah.
And also some dragonflies as well have it on the wings, don't they? Like iridescence.
They do.
Natural iridescence.
Lovely. That's really lovely. Right,
and
so...
just to finish off...
I'm just going to get my gold out
You've got
now.
to add the gold. You've
so
got
I'm
to add
just
that
going
gold.
to clean out my brush a little bit because at the moment I haven't done that. So I'm just going to get rid of a little bit of that colour so that I've got a pure gold finger coming onto this one now. So again, just really tickling the edges.
It's just magic every time.
It just works, doesn't it, so well?
Just look at that. Oh, that 5 now, look. Now you've got all the colours on.
It looks amazing with all the different colours.
Yeah. And then, of course, it's picking up all the texture from underneath.
That's right. And then this flower as well has got lots of different colours coming through it now, hasn't it? Just take a little bit off.
Well, that's the beauty. Once it's dry, you can just go back and add another colour. If you've got too much of one colour on, you can just go back and add another layer. You can just
knock it back, can't
with
you?
a different colour,
Yeah, that's what I like about it. And I do actually, when we do this in class, I do encourage people to do that. Don't just go with the first sort of coat. Just keep on adding and adding. Like that's a little bit heavy down here. So
you could pick that out with another colour.
Absolutely.
But that gold, which is lower down, will stay where it is, but the actual raised writing of the word create will come to the fore a bit more.
So now I'm going to have a tiny bit of that lime sherbet.
This will be interesting.
It will, because it's a lovely, look at the colour of that. It's just beautiful. I'm just going to take a little bit off on my paint mat and just add a touch here and there. I know, it's just amazing, isn't it?
Love it.
Do you know what? It's so much fun, this. It really is. And there's no wrong way to do it. It just really doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you've just got a tiny amount on your brush and use a dry brush.
Yeah, I mean, with it being the lightest probably of the colours, apart from there is a Snow White, isn't there? There's a metallic white.
Yeah, we have a...
and also the Vodka Martini, which is the silver.
Yes.
This is probably one of the lightest colours for picking up. So the lightest colours I probably would put on last.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I always forget the obvious, but you're completely right. So you start obviously with the black background of your gesso, and then I went with the darker colours first, which is your Aladdin and your Sleeping Beauty, and worked forward onto Emerald City. Yeah. And then finally your gold, which is quite bright, and then finish with the lime sherbet. But I think we're almost there actually with this. Just want to try
it's like a rainbow in miniature.
Yeah, but it looks fabulous, doesn't it?
It does.
And
from what it started off with, just that black box.
Yeah. Cheap wooden box.
Inexpensive. We don't like the word cheap.
No, inexpensive. So you can see that I've stuck all kinds of things on.
Yeah, a mixture. You've got metals and woods, and add resins to them. Cast resin.
Yeah, we've got metal on here as well, and plastic and all sorts.
Can't
Yeah.
beat a nice bit of assemblage.
Can't, can you? Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna finish there. I think that's it for
I
me.
think you get a flavour of what you can do with these metallic paints.
Absolutely. I mean, they are just so gorgeous. And again, you only need really small amounts. You know, don't, you know, they're so highly pigmented that you're going to love them. And remember, these go onto fabrics as well. And yes, they will be glittery on the fabrics. There you go, some ideas for you.